Mountain Life, exploring the lives, customs, and passions of those who live and work in high-altitude mountain communities. Hosted by Mountain Luxury Real Estate's Brandi Hammon, and produced by the Banyan Collective. Traversing the different and lively cultures of mountain towns, this is the Mountain Life Podcast.
Hi, this is Brandi Hammon with the Mountain Life Podcast. We're here today with the Weber School Foundation, the Executive Director, Chris Zimmerman, and an occupational therapist that will give us her further title because it's very complicated, Mona Oversteg. The Weber School Foundation covers Weber County, and I'm actually on the board. I'm excited. This is my favorite nonprofit in the area. It makes a huge difference in several areas, and just kind of hoping that you can give us a little more insight onto what the foundation does.
We'll try, but we ought to first say that we cover all of Weber County except for Ogden City.
Except in certain cases, right? We do cover.
Well, you're right. With special needs, we help out Ogden City also. But for the main part, the Weber School Foundation serves the students of the Weber School District.
Okay. And so within that, Mona, let's start with special needs really quick because that'll kind of cover the entire county. That'll include Ogden City, correct?
Got it.
Okay. So with the foundation, how does the foundation interact with you, and what is your role in the school district?
Okay, well, I'm an occupational therapist in the Weber School District, and I've been there for 28 years. The foundation interacts with us. They've got the foundation fundraiser, Christmas Tree Jubilee, specifically for kids with special needs. And the money from that goes into a pool and allows people that work with kids with special needs in Ogden City School District and Weber School District to put in applications for equipment and services and things like that enrich the lives of kids with disabilities and make them more independent and allow them to be more part of the community and their family events.
So recently, what did we come? Just like any other kid has been our theme.
Like any other kid, we started about 3 years ago, and the concept of like any other kid is these students with disabilities just want to be like anybody else at school. They don't want to be treated different, and so Mona will come up with anything she can to buy. She loves to spend her money if it'll make a special needs child feel like any other kid. I think our like any other kid started out with iPads, getting them iPads. It's turned into bicycles. We've taken girls skiing up at Snow Basin, a brand new skateboard for a little girl that can't walk, that little Jaylee skateboards on her wheelchair in the skateboard parks.
That's awesome.
And this is just like any other kid. We'll do anything with that money to enrich those lives.
So we've added to that. I think it got bigger and bolder. When just like any other kids started, we were doing iPads and then all these functional items, but then we went to playgrounds, which was pretty bold.
Well, I can talk about the playgrounds, but I think you have a little more history how they started. I can tell you the end result is that we've got 3 fabulous playgrounds that are accessible for kids with special needs, and that's not just the fact that the equipment is that the kids in wheelchairs can get on the equipment, kids with poor balance can get on there, but the surface is a specially made surface that is soft yet really firm so that wheelchairs can go on it real readily and not get bogged up in sand or wood chips or things like that. And then, like I said, the kids with not real good balance can walk on it real easily, but that's been the major expense of those playgrounds, and they've been fabulous.
Playgrounds are scary. I mean, we call them, by the way, our all abilities playground. So kids of all abilities, because we don't want anybody to think that, well, this is only for kids with special needs, because half of our goal here was to take these kids and make them feel like any other kid. Yeah. So we didn't want to put them in their own playground off 100 yards away, right? This playground has become, let's talk about North Park first out in Roy. Okay. This playground has become the most popular part of the entire playground. They have hundreds of yards of playgrounds at this school, all brand new. Where are all the kids? On the playground we built for the special needs children.
With the surface.
With the special needs children. And they're playing together. They're pushing wheelchairs. They're helping kids around. They actually, at Green Acres, where we put in our second one, they actually had to do little drawings to get which kids got to be on the special needs playground because it's become so popular that they all want to be with the special needs kids on this playground. So we just got a ramp grant. We're going to build another one, Plain City Elementary. And we got a gift from the Stewart Foundation. We're going to build another one. Help me. H Guy Child's. And then with the Christmas tree jubilee that Mona spoke about, our donors came together with another $100,000, which, by the way, is what one costs. $100,000.
They're really expensive.
Really expensive.
Yeah.
And the surface is $50,000 of that. And with that, we're going to choose a third one. So if any of you guys have an extra $100,000 laying around, we'll do a fourth one right now because we need them.
You would call me to the plate right now.
I know.
Cutting you a check right now.
That's it.
That's funny.
I just want to know how the schools are chosen. How does that work?
You know, we have a committee made up of board members, which Brandi sits on this committee. And it's made up of employees because Mona sits on this committee. Marilyn, who's in charge of all special ed for the district, sits on the committee, and other board members sit on the committee. And what basically happens is the principals who really feel like they need one of these playgrounds, and so they have a special needs unit there with quite a few kids, they put in the request. We analyze the request. We take a lot of advice from Mona. She's our go-to person all the time on these things. We take advice from her, and then we vote who needs it the most. So we're going to start by putting one in each cone. So we have 4 cones, 4 high schools, 4 cones that our elementaries go to. So we're going to put one playground in each cone. We're almost done with that. And then we'll start the second in each cone. And we're just prioritizing and working our way down. We only need, 30 of them if you want to help out.
Yeah, I know. It's a huge undertaking. When they came up with the iPads, how many iPads did we buy?
Oh, help me.
Well, a couple hundred. Well, we had 2 rounds. We had the
2
first one
rounds.
for kids with autism and bought over 100. And then we had another round, and we've close to 200 out of that one.
Now you know why we work with Mona. We started this iPads for autism, right?
Yeah.
What a great thing.
Yeah.
And I really think there was 150 iPads on that one. We spent over $100,000. And Mona comes along and says, we got kids that aren't autistic that need these iPads. And all of a sudden we had iPads for kids with learning disabilities. And I mean, it's just,
iPads for every kid.
You think I'm always out looking for money. She's pushing me.
Well, the other thing that I kind of noticed about this is it feels like to me that the foundation is almost a testing ground. So the district may not be willing to spend the money on new surfaces for playgrounds, for example, but how do we operate? Like, we can go try things in conjunction with the district, but we're also doing some new technology. Like we had robots come in the other day. Like it seems like we're kind of a testing ground. We fund a few of these things, and then some of them get picked up, and some of them, we just keep funding. Like, how does?
I like the way you're saying that. I'd prefer to use the word pilot. Okay, because face it, our district does a wonderful job of putting out the curriculum and offering as much as we can to our students with limited resources. Where the foundation comes in is there's so much more our teachers want to try. There's so much more our students want to do. So now we get off special needs and we start looking what the foundation, the other part of the foundation does. And we've kind of divided that into 3 categories. We're really pushing STEM. So Green Acres Elementary has a wonderful program of teaching students, but there's a group of them that are interested in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, but they don't have the money to do it. We stepped in and we as a foundation supported that STEM program. Now they're gone to the World Championships this year.
Is that for robotics?
That's for robotics, okay?
Yeah.
Wow. So STEM's huge for us, both in elementary and in high school. High school's our Project Lead the Way, and that's an incredible program to teach students about STEM programs. Then our second priority is literacy. And literacy goes all the way from we support our Chinese immersion or our Spanish immersion, which everybody loves. It's a fight to get in those programs. The district funds the program. We support it. They needed more books. We supported it. Literacy for the mainstream child, They needed more library books. They're expensive. The district does a good job of getting textbooks, teachers, classrooms, but more was needed. Brandi, I think over 3 to 4 years, we supported over $100,000 in level reading libraries since you've been there. A lot of level reading libraries. So STEM, literacy, you're really testing my skills here. There's a third, our third priority, STEM, literacy, fine arts. We can't leave out fine arts.
Oh, yeah,
we do support fine arts. We support our district art show. There's so many things. Amazing talent. You come look at the Eccles Art Center when they display our students' district art show, and you just say, high school kids did this? Junior high kids painted these things? It's amazing. Music. We have incredible music programs with people involved in choir, people involved in band, and this is their life. You want to talk about athletics going after scholarships, band goes after scholarships, and those parents come together. We step in and help with instruments. We step in and help with awards. So we're involved in everything that we can to enhance more than the district can handle. They get it started, but we'll go out and pilot those new programs. Is that a good answer?
Yes, it's a great answer. And then and sorry to kind of run through this, but we also do a lot of endowments. So you manage several endowments for different individuals or trusts, essentially.
Yeah, endowments, easy definition of endowments are simply a large gift that we invest perpetually. And the only money that can be used from those is the interest and dividends made on that investment. So the one that would hit closest to home up here in the valley, of course, would be our Swanson Environmental Center. And I'm going to take a wild guess. It was in the 80s that Chuck Swanson gave a gift of, I think, $250,000. And the interest and dividends from that gift has kept that environmental center with the latest equipment, kept the windows new, kept the roof new. I mean, that's the power of an endowment. And you think, okay, we've spent all the money? No, there's still $250,000 there. Wow. The interest and dividends have done that for the environmental center. So powerful gifts can be done with endowments to where you know that 20 years down the road, 40 years down the road, that money's still there making a difference in that school. My favorite one to talk about is our fellow board member, Craig Dearden.
Oh, yeah.
Craig lost a son tragically in an airplane accident, and he wanted to memorialize his son at Weber High and where the junior high and the elementary schools where he went to school. So Craig started a golf tournament. He and his family have run this golf tournament for the last, I think, 5 years. And the money from that golf tournament has not only gone to the schools for some extra projects, we've peeled off some every year to endow. He's now up to $60,000 endowment in his son's name. So that'll be there perpetually.
And the golf tournament sells out every year. Like, it's already gone. It's in June. It's full. Craig does a good job. So you do field trips too, though. I mean, there's just like, we've kind of touched every facet of a child's life in the school district.
And again, anything that will help us enhance or do that extra thing. Field trips seem like such a small item, right?
They're huge, though.
They're huge. We spent $45,000 last year to send 20,000 students on field trips. Now, are these for fun? No. We're talking literacy, the Treehouse Museum, science, the Ogden Nature Center, science, the Dinosaur Park. So all of our field trips were, again, enhancing education, but kids are having fun. It's a lot of money. Where do we get that money? We get it from our donors, people that know we're taking good care of their money. And if I can just add one thing, the thing that people always worry about with nonprofits.
Who's getting money?
Where's that money gone, right?
Yeah. Right.
Who is getting it? Well, I'm proud to say that our 990 shows that almost 98% of the money donated goes directly to programs. My salary is paid by the district, And my entire staff, one person, is paid by the district.
Poor Shelley.
Poor
She
Shelley.
works so hard.
She does. So when we're talking, you make a donation of $100, $98 goes to programming.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, not a lot of, because I've been on a few boards before, and not all nonprofits work that way. And I will say as well that I think if all nonprofits could be ran and organized the way you run ours, like they could be so successful, because I see, one, the amount of money that you manage and we manage as a board, and it has a ton of accountability. How many people are on our board?
42.
Ooh, I should have warned you about that. Fortunately, we don't have to name their names. So,
Not even a chance.
so with 42 board members, and we have, some of the bigger companies that are in there. We have.
Don't make me start. I'll leave one out and I'll be in trouble.
But we have America First and Wasatch Peaks Credit Union and Cure Construction.
Better say Golden West since you said the
West.
other two.
Yes. Oh, yes. If we touch on the banks, we need to get a few more banks.
I
If
know.
we get them all there, then we're safe.
That's right. We're safe.
We have a few more banks to recruit. So the board is a highly, it's a pretty amazing team. And I don't know. I feel very lucky to be part of that board.
Sure. And with the board that sizable, Chris, that's your job to go in one direction then, right?
It's
to take all the opinions and kind of work it through.
And you know how we've accomplished that, and it's I get a lot of credit for the foundation. The foundation goes to the board. It goes to Brandi. It goes to these people that volunteer their time on the board. The way we've accomplished it is each member of the board is a member of a committee. Well, the committees make all the decisions. They just go to the board for ratification. So if you want to complain about a decision, get on that committee, right? So we have a golf committee. We have a special needs committee. We have a project committee for other grants. We have a Christmas tree Jubilee committee. All these committees are made up of anywhere from 5 to 10 board members, and they are making the decisions and where we're going to spend the money, how we're going to manage it, and so forth. Our finance committee, outstanding. The way they watch over our money and our endowments.
Yeah.
They're incredible people. We have pulled together the top professionals in our county to sit on this board and help manage it. And then in small committees, they make the decisions. They take it to the full board. The full board ratifies it. I don't have to referee anything. It's a wonderful job to be with these people.
Yes. Yeah. Well, and when I think other school districts have kind of looked at you and said, how can we do this? Has it not been?
There are, I can't even say, there's 15 to 20 foundations that are active throughout the state. Many of them are outstanding foundations. I've served as president of that for a while, and we offer training from our foundation to other foundations when it's requested. But we have some excellent foundations. Ogden Foundation's another excellent foundation. We work hand in hand with. Davis has one that I'll call them for advice once in a while, and they call me for advice once in a while. We have a great partnership with our other foundations.
So overall, I feel like the foundation kind of fills that void that maybe, because you can only do so much as a public official, and you're given budgets and you have to run the school a certain way, but the foundation has that flexibility. We can be more creative. We can try something maybe stupid, maybe great, right? Sometimes, I don't know if you invest in things and you're like, hopefully it works out really, really well for the students. But we've tested a lot of different things, and it feels like overall most of those turned out exceptionally well.
I can only think of one that's failed on us.
Which was that?
The Kindle project. We tried to buy Kindles to save money on books, and we thought that would be a wonderful idea. And then the Kindle licensing changed nationally, and the books weren't as cheap for our classrooms, so it failed. But like Brandi said, we tried it. We piloted it.
And it was little versus
Amazon
a huge
didn't
investment.
do a nonprofit discount.
You actually can. So that is something we should probably plug, is that
Plug
if you go to amazonsmile.com and you order there and you list the Weber School Foundation as your nonprofit, they will give a percentage of all of your sales to the Weber School Foundation.
So building on that, what are the other ways to donate besides the Christmas tree Jubilee?
You put the pressure on me. Obviously,
just write a check and mail it to.
That's the easiest way. Event-wise, we have the Christmas tree Jubilee, and it does fund us. It gives us a lot of money. We help out special needs kids, and then our major sponsors also help with the rest of our budget. We have a golf tournament. Well, we help with several golf tournaments. We have one main golf tournament every year. And I always tell people that's our one that we can really delve in and take that money for for those projects that Brandi wants to try. That's the one we want. In addition to that, we bring in over $500,000 a year simply with what we were just joking about. And that is people picking up the phone, calling me and saying, how can we help? Or they get on our website and they push a little button, donate. And you wouldn't believe how many of them come across that just say $1,000.
Wow.
Just to donate to the foundation because they've heard what we do, they've seen what we do, and they trust us with their money. And that's a huge thing for a nonprofit. And when Mona and her therapists are our face during the Jubilee, and I think that's where a lot of that trust comes from, is they see Mona and Janice Hill, and please don't let me miss anybody, but they are there at the Jubilee, and they believe in that program, and they believe what we're doing for special needs kids. 10 years ago, I didn't know what Jubilee was when I started here. And now I can't imagine a year not going to Jubilee. It's just part of our life now. Several hundred people come together and donate Christmas trees. A couple hundred more come and buy those Christmas trees. Some of our companies donate the Christmas tree, and then as soon as it's set up, they buy the Christmas tree back.
They're like, that'll look perfect in our lobby.
We have one company. And I don't want to mention names because there's probably more that are doing it. But every year, for at least since I've been here, they pick a committee from their business. That committee buys all the stuff with company money, decorates the tree, donates the tree, buys the tree back, sets it up in their office, sells raffle tickets to their employees to win the tree back, and the money from the raffle tickets goes to families who don't have Christmas. Wow. That's like giving 3-4 times. Right. And so those trees are amazing. The dinner, we have 900 people show up. They spend $1,500 for a table to bring their friends and people they know to spend more money on our silent auction. We raise $50,000 on our silent auction. We raise another $50,000 on our live auction. And then I stand up there like an idiot with one of these microphones and tell them to just give me money because Mona needs stuff. And 5 minutes later, we have another $100,000, right?
Yep. It was amazing. I was like, how does that happen? But when you start seeing how it impacts kids, like that's the thing for me is you are really touching people's lives. And we see all kinds of requests come through, and we can't go through all those requests, but lifts to get children from their beds to their bathrooms. I mean, these are things that we don't deal with every day. We came up with a program and to recycle, we help families who need vans, and then the van will come back to the district at some point, and so we can do it with another family. And the security cameras in the schools, until every school got the security cameras, just to ensure children's safety. We hop on all these, all kinds of different projects that we do, and they make such a big difference. And you don't have to go through the bureaucracy of the system to make it happen. We're just, it's just this exchange between the community and the need, and there's no shame in it. There's only, it's a beautiful exchange. It just happens. And Mona is awesome because she'll come in with these requests and she's like, okay, here's what we have. And so,
I don't know if you heard her when you were getting ready to test. She was working me on the side of the room over here.
Oh, I missed that.
She was telling me that she needed some more licenses for the iPads. Tell them about the licenses.
Well, this is actually for a communication app that goes on the iPad, and it's called Prolo Quota Go, and it's $200. But on April 2nd, when it's National Autism Awareness Day, we can get them for half price. So I'm getting my ducks in a row so that I can order a whole bunch. So the kids with special needs that can't communicate verbally can use their iPad as a communication device, and it's got a whole bunch of different icons on it that are arranged in such a way that it kind of facilitates functional communication. They can make wants and needs, have those met, or they can do kind of social greetings, and it just lets them communicate with their peers and their parents and their teachers.
I love it.
It's amazing.
I could use one for my 1-year-old.
Yeah.
You want dinner? Or
my husband's here. I made comments. Be quiet.
Can I go back to, and correct me if I'm wrong, but when we go back to other ways to donate to the foundation, aren't we a United Way agency that you can do through a payroll deduction?
That's true. So
okay.
anybody, thank you, Mona. Anybody who donates to United Way, If you're donating to United Way, you just put Weber School Foundation on that. The money can come to us, comes directly to us. We'll take your money any way you want to donate, and we will use it for the right thing.
Just search Weber School Foundation. What's the actual website, I guess? weberschoolfoundation.org or something close to that.
Boy, we're all bad.
Yeah, is that bad?
We go through the
I
school
can plug
district
it
and
in.
go to foundation.
Yeah, we'll have it posted so everyone
Thanks.
will find it and
Yeah.
links.
Appreciate it.
Or just search Weber School Foundation. I'm sure it'll pop right
It
up.
pops right up.
Yeah, and the Christmas Tree Jubilee pops up as well as Facebook. We're on Facebook. So.
Okay. Awesome. Chris, Mona, thanks so much for spending some time with us today.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you
you.
for helping.
Is that good?
Yeah. It'll be fun.
Turn it separate. Kept trying to look at him, then look over there to the.